Hey guys, I just got to step away for 1 second.
All right.
And it seems that my intro is not working tonight for some strange reason. But anyway, welcome to the Jolly GM RPG blog page. And this is brought to you by Fantasy Grounds College. I am hosting a game on their calendar system for people new to Fantasy Grounds. So we're going to slip right on over now into the game. We got so far 2 characters showed up. We have 5 people sign up, but only 2 so far have showed up. So I will. Let's get things started. All right, guys. I just want to let you know I'm streaming this now, so just to keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
So I shouldn't shout my password out anymore.
Your credit card numbers, but you can always send that to me in text if you want.
Right.
So I am expecting at least another guy. He's from Australia, and he's getting up in the morning and he plays this. So he should be here shortly if he's not here already. But we'll wait about 15 minutes. We'll wait till about quarter after my time,
Okay.
and then we'll get started then. And they can jump in when they get here.
Okay.
Where I'm at, where can you listen/watch the stream?
Oh, it's on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
So my Twitch channel is the Jolly GM. Oh, I should spell that right. So, Coyote, were you a part of the original Kickstarter? Or?
Yeah, I backed it on Kickstarter.
Cool. Yeah. Fire Dragon and myself were both the same way.
Yeah. It was like I backed it, and then I was for just like the PDFs, I think.
Yep.
And then when I went to Pledge Manager, and after I had read the previews and stuff, I was like, here, have some more money. Give me all the books. Or give me a bunch of the books.
It's going to be a beautiful collection on the shelf.
Yep.
Oh, it's definitely nice. The books are awesome.
So are you going to go with Quintus?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'll start walking over how to use your character sheet to make it life easy for you.
Okay.
So to access your character sheet, all you got to do is click on the Quintus icon up in the top corner. And
Got it.
Opens it up. So on on your character sheet, you're going to see across the top your little calculators, your fortune, doom, momentum, and your instant momentum. So essentially, I'll just click for doom. I got to put a number in there for it to work first. All right. For doom, I want you to double click on where the number is for doom.
Right.
So as you click on it, that pops up on it counts the number of doom that you're spending, and it goes up right on the chat window. And I'm also going to share with you. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Okay, in the chat window, you're going to see a sword icon, or sorry, a shield icon with the doom pit next to it. All right, I'm going to get you to click on that little icon.
Oh, nice.
And this is where I keep track of everything. So as you're spending stuff, to make it easier for me, I get people to use the calculator on their character sheet, and I count it here and I move it up, and so forth. So right on the very top of that Doom chart, you're going to see another little green shield icon on the left-hand side, right next to the word Doom. I want you to click on that shield icon and drag the shield down to your hotbar down below. That's where it shows the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth.
Yeah.
So anytime you want to look at it, you can close off the window. You can click on that icon down below, and it'll open it back up for you.
Nice.
Okay. Next, we'll go back to your character sheet. So we have a section there for your attributes. Obviously, you don't have to worry about rolling anything here or doing anything here. But over on your skills, you're going to see where it says acrobatics, and it gives you 2 numbers and 2 icons. So the first number you see is your expertise, and your second number is your focus.
Right.
If you want to roll the dice, all you got to do is click on the little phoenix symbol next to it. So I'll just get you to click on it.
There we go.
So now let's just say you want to spend, you want it to roll 5 dice total, right? Down underneath your chat window, you're going to see what's called a modifier box, and that modifier box has a 0 in it. Right below where you type your chat.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So just put a 3 in there, for example. And now roll the dice. It automatically adds whatever you're rolling to your dice when you click on it.
See, the random number generator doesn't like me so far.
You're rolling all high. The good thing is about this, it does let me know when you roll the complication, whether it's a 19 or a 20, depending on if you're trained or not.
Right.
So that's how you would use your skills. So if you want to roll 3 extra dice or 4 extra dice or whatever, all you got to do is put the modifier down below and then roll your dice. Now, next to your skills, you're going to see another shield icon. Now, if you click on that, for example, that should open it up, and that gives you all the information about acrobatics.
Jolly, just going back to Doom.
Yep.
Does everybody start with 2 Doom points?
For your... No, well, what it is, I start with the number of Doom, which is the sum of everyone's fortune. So there's 5 fortune, so I'm going to get 5 Doom.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right?
Yeah, the Doom is the GM's resource.
Okay.
I used a Doom.
We can give the GM more Doom to get extra dice and do various things.
Okay.
So
mine shows 2 up in my Doom.
Yes, that's right. Because right now I don't have it linked yet. I'm working on getting them all linked, so when the Doom goes up, it goes up for everybody. But right now they're all individual.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
So I'll just change that to a 5 to make it match what it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, Coyote. So that's the basics of how to use the skills and how to roll the dice.
Got it.
So on the side of your character sheet, you're going to see a couple of tabs. One says more core, more data, main, abilities, inventory, and notes.
Mm-hmm.
In the more data, if you click on that,
Yep.
you're going to see that hit table is not the right one, by the way. It's a blank one. But I don't use this very often. Like, so there's only a couple of tabs that I actually need to use. Those are inventory and notes. So if you click on your inventory tab, you can see all your equipment.
Right.
If you click on your notes, this is a place where you can write your own notes and some of the basic information about your character.
Got it.
So the way it works is I can show every now and again. I'll let you know you might see an error. If you get an error, just let me know, and you usually can just ignore it. I don't know why it started happening, but I can show you images. So for example, I can make everyone bring up everyone's map. Everyone can see the Hyborian map.
Yep.
All right. So these images, no matter what images are there, they all work the same. So I'm going to get you to right-click on the map anywhere you want, and you're going to get a dial pop up. There you go. Oh, that's Fire Dragon drawing circles. Here you go. So you're drawing your pointers. So you can right-click on the map and you can see various different options. All right. So that's something that you can mess around with as you're playing. I can't see you doing it until it's actually done. But whatever you do, I can change here. I can get rid of. So don't worry about breaking anything.
Okay.
Now, last going off, some people like to have some options when it comes to their dice. So in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you should see a small box that has COL in it, color.
All right.
So if you click on that, that opens up your color dial, and this is what you can change the color of your dice to. And whatever you draw on the map will always match the color of your dice.
Yeah, you can see the color up on our character icons too.
Yep, that's right.
Jolly, on your character sheet, there's a box on the more core page right in the top called attacks.
Yep.
What would that box be used for?
Where is this? Oh, okay. More core has the option to put in dice strings, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's smart enough to recognize a dice string and automatically roll it. So, for example, just put in You see what I just typed in on your page?
Yeah.
All right. I just want
2d6, comma.
just click on it. Just double click on it. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool.
So you can set it up if you wanted to. You can type in and says, "I swing my sword for 3d6." Now this doesn't work for Conan so much, but you keep deleting it on me.
No, I'm not touching anything.
Swing my sword for 3d6. So now if you click on it,
Okay.
it'll come up in your chat windows.
Oh, okay, yeah. All
So
right,
you
cool.
So not so much for this game, but
No.
a lot of people can customize it to do and say things that they want it to say for their own characters or whatever.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that's what that section is for. You don't have to use it that way, but it's entirely up to you, right?
Oh, okay.
All right. So it is now it's now quarter after. So it's just the two of you guys. So if you want to get started, I am certainly able to.
Perfect. I'm all ready whenever you guys are.
Yeah, ditto.
All right. I just got to make sure that everything is connected. The snow and the winter conditions. You guys are high in the Sumerian mountains right now, and the mountain range is just stunning, beautiful. You can't ask for better. The snow is just lightly blowing on the wind. The relatively fairly thick, heavy snow blankets in front of you. Now, Fire Dragon, he's actually on a mount, so he's kind of just walking in the snow. And Quintus, for easy sakes, I'm going to give you a horse too.
Okay.
So we'll give you a riding horse. So on your inventory tab, you should see. Oh, you already got one.
Oh, yep.
So the devastation and the horror that you were told to expect is exactly what you were told by the young man who rushed to you about a day before and talked about a gruesome sight up in the mountains. So you guys traveled into the mountain range to explore and to investigate what happened. Ahead of you, you see a... Let me bring it up here. You're looking down into a valley, and you can kind of see the outlines of a village. A little bit of smoke is coming up from various parts. You can see various red stains through the snow, through the blowing snow on the ground itself in front of you. And smoke is coming up from burning buildings and burning huts. You're roughly, 200 or 300 yards away, so you're still a fair distance away. But what the what that kid told you yesterday was that he found the village slaughtered. And you guys were sent to investigate.
Is there a beaten path that we're on, or are we blazing our own trail?
There is a well beaten path in the area. There is a little bit of snow over it. It's not like it's fresh, but it's
Okay.
it hasn't been traveled on in the last day or so. But there is a trail that you're currently on.
Okay.
All right.
And what time of day is it? Is it midday by now, or is it getting later?
It's about just after midday.
Oh, okay. And we can only see smoke, no activity, no bodies, nobody moving.
You can see stains of red in the snow from a distance, but you can't pick out any of the bodies.
Oh, okay.
But you can assume that they're there anyway.
Okay.
So I want to scan around the area and see if there's anything moving or anything that stands out as besides the blood-stained snow that seems unusual.
I'm going to get you to roll a D1 observation roll.
All right. And now, how do I use my sharp senses to re-roll that terrible?
All you got to do is you just say that you're. What I get people to do is click on the little phoenix icon next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and that just lets me know that they're about to do something. So now, what you do is put a -1 in that modifier box, and roll the dice again, and it rolls only one dice this time.
Okay. There we go.
So you got 2 successes. So it was a D0, or sorry, yeah, I said it was a D1, right? D1. So
Yeah.
you got 1 momentum.
Okay.
Right now, you can see coming into the village on the hillside, right? Coming down into, you can see several tracks or prints in the snow from that area coming into and out of the village on the far side
Whatever was there came and went that way.
Okay.
We should get down there and see what's going on.
So, did you want to use your momentum to get as some extra information, or do you want to put it into the pool?
Let's get some extra information.
The tracks that you see on the far side don't look like human tracks. They look like they were made from an animal.
Okay.
Kind of beast.
All right. Well, let's make our way down and see if we can see things when we're closer.
Yep.
All right. So you guys walk a little bit more, and I'm going to say that the wind is starting to pick up a bit, and it's getting kind of cold.
Okay.
Now, just to let you know, if any of you guys find Crom too loud, he's the bot. You can individually adjust your volume on him by right-clicking on him and adjusting the slide bar to whichever way is better for you.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know.
When I look around, is there a barn?
There are several huts in the village. There's probably about 8 or 9 buildings that you can see.
Okay. Anything look to be able to house a horse?
Yes.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Quintus, do you want to see if we can house our horses and then investigate around on foot?
Yeah, that'd probably be best. As cold as it is. If it's just some sort of beast attacking, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. Let's circle the barn and then enter it if we can.
All right. So I'm gonna have it so you guys get a little. You guys get a little closer, and the building that you're actually getting close to is the picture that you see in front of you.
Okay.
And there's a fairly large door on the front of it. It is open. It's probably the only one that doesn't really have any exterior damage that you see right off the bat. Some of the other buildings you can see visible damage on it. But
Okay.
the entranceway is open. The door is open, but it's very dark inside.
Okay. Well, I want to dismount and pull my sword
Okay.
and walk. Just try to peer in while keeping a handle on my horse reins.
I'll dismount too and bow in hand.
All right. So two of you guys are going in. When you when you walk in through the door, Fire Dragon, your smell, the smell that you assaults you, and is a smell of rot and a smell of decay, very pungent and very strong, and you see in front of you a mound, and could be a person, it could be a sack of potatoes, you're not too sure, but it's just off into the dark.
All right. Can I use my observation to try to decipher what it might be?
Yeah, make a difficulty 1 check.
I'm gonna try and shove open the door,
Okay,
get some more light.
no problem.
So I add 1 to my modifier before I roll observation?
No, you're automatically going to roll 2 dice. So if you want to spend, you roll more dice.
Okay, so -1 where there's a difficulty.
No. You always roll 2. You will always roll 2.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
get to roll 2 dice.
The difficulty is just how many successes you need to roll on the roll.
Right.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
So you're able to see in there, and you can see that it is a body of a old man. He's covered in heavy furs, and he is laying face down.
Okay. All right. Is there any place to secure the horses here before we
Oh,
go?
yeah, there's lots of places inside the barn that you can look at.
Okay. Well, I want to secure my horse and then go and probe the corpse with my sword.
Okay, so Fire Dragon is heading over to the corpse. What's Quintus going to do?
I'll step in out of the cold and just keep an eye out to make sure there's nothing else lurking in here. Is there any candles or torches or other ready light or possible light sources nearby, near the doors?
There are a couple of torches on the side, but they're not lit, obviously. But
I will see if I can get one of those lit.
no problem. Okay, Fire Dragon.
Okay.
As Quintus gets the torch lit, the room becomes a glowing golden color. And it just so happens, as you probe the body in front of you with your sword, it makes an odd roll to the side. It kind of flops over to the side as it was precariously balanced. And the face, or I should say where the face should have been, it is really half of a skull, and nothing but the seems like the entire face is missing, pretty much broken off or missing or cut off, and it's so repulsive that you are going to have to make a discipline check for fear.
Okay.
You're getting a
Wow.
little bit of a start because it's so gruesome. So the difficulty level is a difficulty 2. So
Okay.
this is where you get to choose if you want to roll more dice to get at least 2 successes.
And there's a difficulty 2, and I get to roll 2 dice
Right.
automatically. Okay.
Right.
All right. Oh, I'll try. See what happens. Just the way it goes.
Okay, no problem.
And so, do I just? Uh,
Just find.
click.
Yep. All you gotta do is click on your discipline icon next to it.
Discipline. Where's discipline?
It's closer to
It's
the
down
bottom
at
in the
the bottom.
list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. So I've got a 1 and a 1. Well, not
So
good.
you have. So you do not pass your. You get a start. You get a shock. All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll 2 dice of damage. Well, you don't see it actually, but I got 2 6s. So
Okay.
you take 2 points of resolve damage.
Okay.
So your resolve goes from 9 down to 7.
Okay. Do I change that?
Yep, you can change it yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
There
Perfect. So you got a little bit of a start, okay? As part of the eyeball and the brains kind of ooze out through the gaping hole in the front. The tongue is kind of there, but there's no jaw attached to it or underneath it. It's a pretty gruesome sight.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what you see.
So just so I learn, how does 12 take 2 resolve?
Okay, when you roll the dice for Conan, is not a number like on a d6. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah.
The Conan
So
dice.
6 is 1 point.
6 is 1 point. So I roll 2 6s,
Okay.
so it's 2 points of vigor or resolve.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Excellent.
So you see this in front of you.
I'm gonna step up so I can see what he's what is so shocked.
Oh yeah, you see this goriness in all its glory.
Do I need to roll?
No, you do not.
Okay. I want to look at it and see if I can figure out what kind of beast or weapon or what did this. Was this like a claw or crazy Neanderthals with bear claws strapped to their hands? Or
I am going to get you to make a difficulty 2 observation roll.
observation difficulty 2. All right, I'm going to add 1 doom.
Okay. There you go. It's up to 6.
There we go.
So you've gotten 1 momentum,
Okay.
and you can see that there's wounds. The wounds on his face appear to be caused by some form of animal. But there's other wounds on his body that it's a little harder to see, and they seem to be caused by bladed weapons.
Okay.
So would you like to put your momentum into the pool, Quintus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us pool it. So the momentum pool, then either of us can draw from that.
Correct, yep.
Beast and men, I will declare.
Oh, yeah. He's very well good and dead.
Any other corpse?
You don't s-
Corey, I'm going to take another one of the torches from the wall and light it off Quintus' torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the area
And-
lights up a little bit more.
And when I look around on the floor, can I see any marks or drag marks or blood, like trails or any sort of sign?
With the extra light now in the room, you can see the area is just covered in blood and
Okay.
frozen entrails. There's a lot of gore inside here, and it seems like it is at this point that you notice that there are several dead animals inside this barn as well, and they've all seemed to have met some sort of gruesome fate.
Oh, okay. So Quintus, would you like we should take a few moments and search all around this barn inside just to see if there's any other clues?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Look around. So I'll look and see if there's any prints in the blood or anything. Might tell us what sort of people were here.
Okay. The way I'm going to make this roll work is I'm going to make it as I'm going to get one guy to pick as the leader, and the other guy's going to assist.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well,
who
I'll help.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's see who would have the better survival or tracking. Yeah, there's a survival skill.
My survival is 1 and 1.
Oh, it's based off. Go ahead.
I have a 2 and 2 total target number of 11, and I also have a couple of talents for survival.
All right.
If I can remember what they do. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems. I guess you would be the number one guy.
all right.
So, Sean, Fire Dragon, I'm going to ask you to put a -1 in your modifier,
Okay.
and I'm going to get you to roll your survival skill.
There you go.
So you did not get any successes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go to Quintus. Quintus, it is going to be a difficulty 3.
Oof. All right. I'm going to spend the momentum we have
Okay.
and a doom.
Excellent. Doom is up to 7. I like it.
Let's get the doom. And then I got my observation, and I'm going to click on the right skill. Oops. I got a script error. What?
Okay. Which one did you roll on?
Survival.
Let me have a look-see here.
Manager custom Conan to concatenate field A skill.
Oh, and I know exactly why that's an error. That's a copy and paste error.
Ah.
So
I am familiar with those.
Let me fix that right now. Okay, now give it a shot. See what happens.
There we go.
So you got yourself a momentum,
Nice.
and you can see in the track, in the blood, and in the grass and the dry hay that's in the bottom of this barn, thick, large prints, clawed prints. They almost look like a bear, but considerably bigger. And you also see footprints, and they are soft shoed soles. Soft-soled shoes.
Sorry, I didn't do that.
Oh, and you
I actually got 2 momentum because I have tracker, which gives me a bonus momentum for tracking.
Yep.
So I will use 1 to get more information so that we keep 1.
No problem.
In the
You're going to keep 1 in the pool?
Yeah.
So the big bear tracks looks like it came in through the main door, and it looks like it went out through the main door. But the other tracks looks like it went throughout the area as if it was looking through something or searching for stuff, right?
Right.
And
somebody's got themselves a pet bear.
Sounds something like that, yeah. Or a werewolf.
Werebear.
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 Alright. So nothing looks threatening inside this barn at this time.
No, unless the dead can harm you, you're okay.
Well, let's do a move to another building just to see if there's anything else in any of the buildings.
Yeah, let's see if there's any survivors.
Yeah. Could be someone hiding in another building or...
Yeah.
we can go bang on some doors.
Oh,
Just outside, the wind and the snow is now starting to pick up, and it's starting to get really a little bit harder to move around. It's a little less comfortable. It's not gently falling anymore. It's now blowing fairly strong, and the wind is starting to kick up a bit. But as you come out of the barn, you can see various mounds in the snow, and these mounds have a slight red tinge to them. So you can only assume what's underneath these mounds.
More bodies.
There is a building, another small hut that seems to. It's up on a hill. It's a little farther away. It's closer to the center of all the other buildings in the village, and there seems to be there doesn't seem to be much damage done to it, and the doors apparently seem to be closed. All the other doors to all the other buildings are open.
as cold as it is, there's nobody alive in any of those buildings.
No.
Let's go check that one. If anybody's hiding out here still alive, it'll be up there.
All right. Well, let's stealthily move towards it.
Ooh, stealth. Yes, that's an excellent idea.
Okay. All right.
Not getting murdered by a bear.
Well, because the fact that it's snowing and is a little bit windier, it's going to be easier for you guys to sneak up.
Okay.
I need to roll some dice here, so hold on. Let me see what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yeah, Quintus, my stealth is a 2.
And what's
your agility?
What's your agility?
Oh, my agility is 12.
12? Oh, so you're super sneaky.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be a difficulty 1 to move silently in all this.
Okay.
So yeah, I will just roll. Oops. How did I roll them? I rolled the wrong number. I forgot to change the modifier back to 0.
That's fine.
Ignore me! There we go. I will get 1 success.
So you're moving through okay. You're doing pretty good. Fire Dragon moves, and he moves through as well. You actually get a momentum, Sean.
Okay.
Do you want to put it right into the pool?
Yeah,
Save
put
it
it
for
in the
later?
pool, please.
Okay.
Sure. I don't need to record any of that, do I?
No, I'm keeping track of it here.
Perfect. Okay.
We're in the doom pit.
In the Doom Pit. So, so you're walking up, you're moving up cautiously up to this building. Inside of it, it seems like all the windows are blacked out. You can't see in through any of the windows. There's snow on top of the roof, fairly thick, but it seems to be. You can see the roof, bare parts of the roof, right around the chimney aspect of it.
As though it's melted, or as
Yeah,
though
it looks like it's
damaged?
melted. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is there any windows?
There are windows in the front, but they appear to be blacked out.
Oh, okay. All right. Is there any tracks around the door at all, or the snow may have covered it?
Make a. You do not see any tracks in the front at all. It looks fairly clear
Okay.
of tracks.
So no one's come or gone since the snow started.
All right. Well, let's. I'll try the door.
Supernatural.
So you're gonna try the door.
I'm 31 feet away. No, just kidding.
Sword in hand, try the door.
As you open up the door creaks, creak, and inside, you hear a a rumble or a rattle and scuttling of feet, and it seems to be running, moving away from you. You don't see
Okay.
anything though. It's pretty dark in there.
Okay.
Now you still got So go ahead.
Do we have our
I still
torches?
have a torch.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys
Throw
have
the
your
torch
torches?
in. Throw it in.
Well, be careful throwing it in. We don't want to set the house on fire.
Because we could easily put it out if we needed to, right?
Well, you throw the torch in. You see how I paused? I paused in case there was a chance that someone changed their mind, but there was no change. So you throw the torch in, and it illuminates a small hut. And you can see rough furniture. You can see a bedroll in the corner, and you see a shadow move out through a back door. It doesn't out of the room on the far side of the door, but it seems to be moving pretty quick.
Okay. All right. I'm going to yell to Quintus. Something's gone out through the back, and
Alright.
I charge through the hut towards that door.
Okay.
I will run around the back.
There you go.
All right. So let me get something here. So, Quintus, you round the back part of the hut just in time to see a female figure clad in furs bolt through the back door and start running away from the hut. And within a few seconds later, you can see Fire Dragon exit through the back door as well.
I will give chase and shout at them to stop.
Okay,
We're here to help!
let me see if I can find...
I don't trust her already.
I think the feeling's mutual.
Everyone thinks the worst things when I throw NPCs into the game.
Shoot her in the leg.
Okay, so she's running away from you. Warren, seeing you were outside and you kind of got a clear shot of it right now because Fire Dragon's still getting through the hut as he's coming out through the door. Are you going to try to chase her down?
Yes.
Okay, she is going to ignore you. All right, she's not listening to what you're saying.
I didn't figure she would, and I'm so persuasive I didn't figure it was worth trying to.
So I am going to make a... Let me see here now. Let's see. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be an athletics. So it's going to be acrobatics, I guess is what it's going to be.
Acrobatics, excellent.
So this person here is going to use one doom.
Okay.
So
I will spend one of our momentum.
now just ignore the titles there. Nomad, Clan Warrior. Don't worry about that.
There we go.
So I'll move your momentum down. We'll say that there for now. We'll wait. We'll do all my spends first, and then we'll get you to do yours then.
Gotcha.
So let's see. 1 second. And I'm going to roll 3 dice. So here goes. So I'm going to put your momentum back in your pool. So
okay.
you can just add 1. You can type 1 or change the number in your character sheet if you want.
Right.
And I'll put it back in the pool on the Doom chart. As she's running, she tends to be having she seems to be struggling in the snow and not moving very fast. So it should be a relatively easy catch. So she's got no successes.
All right. So do I roll just 2 dice, or do I get to roll 3 dice still?
Well, it's up to you. I gave you your momentum back, so if you want to use 3 dice,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, what the heck? Let's go ahead. I'll still spend 1 and see if I can get some extra momentum.
Okay.
Or I can just roll really, really shitty and not.
Okay, go ahead.
I got 1 success, anyways.
You got 1 success, and that's enough to catch up to her. And as she's knee high in the snow here, you tend to be using her foot tracks to make it a little bit easier for you, and you're able to tackle her fairly solidly and bring her down to the snow. And she starts obviously trying to resist you.
Stop! I'll switch to Sumerian. Stop! We're not going to hurt you. Unless you're secretly a werebear.
So her struggling ceases. All right, it gets a little less, I should say. And the person you see in front of you, she's fairly well dressed. And you can see the terror in her eyes, and she says, "By Crom, kill me now and be done with me. I'm tired of being here. Do as you will."
We're not from. We've been sent to see what went wrong here. There was a boy came and said that something terrible had happened here, and we've come to see what it was. We're not with whoever attacked you.
And how do I know you're telling the truth?
The people who came here, they were wearing furs and boots and stuff like that. Look at me, I'm a Bosonian from Aquilonia. I'll stand up.
She seems kind of... she kind of calms down a bit, and she looks at you, and she looks back at Fire Dragon, and she says, "So you're not a part of the group?"
No. We came from the south.
I sheath my sword and hold out my hands, saying, "Well, we're not covered in blood. Obviously, there was a battle here."
There was a massacre here.
All right, well, let's get back into the cabin out of the weather, and you can tell us all about it.
She eyes Fire Dragon suspiciously.
Fire Dragon's a barbarian, or?
Yeah. But she relents, and she kind of pulls her... Oh,
help her up.
Jim showed up. You guys help her out, and you guys kind of head back into the camp.
Okay.
So, guys, it looks like one of the other players has arrived.
Oh, good. Our friend who got lost on the trail has arrived.
This guy here is in Australia, so most likely he probably woke up and realized he probably slept in, maybe.
Okay, well, stoke the fire so it's comfortable for him.
So now we'll see if he joins the Discord. Oh.
There it is.
Hello, my friend.
Howdy, all.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Kind of you to remember.
Well, not very often do I get a chance to host a Conan game on someone's birthday. So I was kind of afraid that you kind of over-imbibed in your celebrations.
Well, I did, but that's never stopped me before. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. So we went ahead and got started, but we can get you up to speed once
Okay.
you get yourself ready.
Oh, sorry. Have I missed the time? I thought it was...
Yeah, it started about an hour ago now.
Oh, crap. I'm so sorry. You must be on... have just changed over to winter time.
Yes. Yeah, we're on our daylight savings times now.
Sorry, I didn't take that into account.
No, that's no problem, man. It's all good.
Good day, Jim.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good.
It's that half-hour offset time zone that's just going to mess everybody up.
Oh, man. Don't even joke about that.
All right, so a quick update, if you wouldn't mind, please.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to allow Quintus or Fire Dragon to explain what's going on, and I'm going to go grab myself a beverage while I got a second here.
All right.
So I'll be right back.
So, hi. I'm playing Quintus, the archer. We have been asked to go investigate a Sumerian village where some kid came in and said that something horrible had happened there. There was blood everywhere. So we have arrived to find out what's going on. Found the village seemingly empty. Lots of snow-covered corpses dotting the terrain. The main hall had a barn or whatever it was. There's a bunch of pictures on there. One of the pictures is... Yeah, there. One of the pictures, the Winter 2 picture, is the main building. We found somebody in there that had been stabbed and had his face mauled by what seemed to be a bear. And the footprints seemed to match a bunch of people in soft-skin fur boots and a bear. And we just tracked down a survivor, an apparent survivor that we found.
And where are we, by the way?
Samaria.
Samaria, got you, right.
Presumably near the border. I don't know, since at least I'm Aquilonian, so.
And the rest of us are...
I'm a Sumerian warrior.
Yeah.
And our mounts are in the barn where we found the first corpse. And we're in a adjacent building that doesn't look to be very damaged, where we found this lady of the camp.
Yeah, if you look at the pictures in Fantasy Grounds, Winter...
I haven't got any maps yet. I just...
No, it just popped up.
Okay.
That's the GM. So yes, we've just been figuring out how to use Fantasy Grounds and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm more or less new myself. I've had one shot at this before, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I got a couple weeks ago around American Thanksgiving, Black Friday sale, I think, and that's about it.
Well done, you. Jolly, I don't have any maps or images yet on my screen.
I will share some with you.
Brilliant, thanks. And I've taken the liberty of selecting the only remaining character. I presume that's okay?
Yep, that's fine.
Galen, I believe.
Galen the Berserker.
Great.
Great. So you're probably like a merchant, a tradesman.
Yeah, he's a.
I was thinking bard.
Bard, yeah.
He plays the sword.
He plays the sword.
So this is the camp that the crew found themselves walking into, and this was the barn where they discovered the body of an old man with half his face removed. This is another building that is in the hut, or sorry, that was in the camp. This is where they discovered the lady, the barbarian lady, and that lady seems to be dressed quite regally, but as in barbarian style, Sumerian nobility, I guess you can say.
Okay.
So in and around the camp, there are several mounds of in the snow that are stained red, and it pretty much gives you the impression that there's a lot of bodies underneath this newly recent snow.
Mm-hmm. And is the lady conscious?
Yes, although her pride may be a little hurt right now because she just got tackled by Quintus in the snow.
Uh-huh. No one's tried to talk to her yet?
This is just right where it started to happen.
Okay, cool.
So, I just got to do something here.
Hmm. So has Galen joined us?
Galen would have been traveling with you guys earlier, and
Right.
was we'll assume that was just trailing behind to make sure you guys weren't being followed or whatever, and has met up with you.
Excellent.
Composing a few songs on my lute.
So I just seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulty here with my. There we go. I got it. Oh, all right. I seem to be having some strange issue with my broadcasting software for some reason. I will fix that. Okay, so so you guys bring her back into the hut, and she's obviously shaken. She looks, kind of startled. Warren, I'm assuming you're going to put out the fire that you started.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I pick up that torch to throw it in the earth.
There is a little bit of a singe mark on the floor, a little bit of burnt rugs and furs, but other than that, it's the damage is not too extensive.
I don't watch right now.
So you guys are all inside the hut, and outside now, you can hear the wind now getting a little louder. So who are you? She says.
We've been recruited. I'm Warren, and we've been recruited to come and help.
Well, I wish you guys were here yesterday.
So, are you the only survivor?
Apparently not. You say a young someone told you about this place?
A young kid.
Well, then maybe it's just the two of us then.
Can you tell us what happened?
It's... She kind of shudders for a bit, and she's like... It was the Picts. They raided the camp.
I curse and spit on the ground.
So, did you see a bear or an animal?
I heard some strange things last night. I managed to evade capture, and she points down into the hut. There's a like a latch or a trap door in the bottom of the floor there, and she says I was able to hide below here, but after the attack I stayed all night, and I was able to hear this walking or crunching in the snow outside, and deep growls, and I'm assuming it was some wild creature in the night feeding off the carrion.
How many Picts were there?
There was about, I say the raiding party was maybe 10.
Okay. And did they attack at night or in the day?
No, they came down and got us early in the morning, actually. They came riding in and or running in, and they butchered everybody, and they I think they actually may have taken some people too as slaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are there any other encampments nearby?
We're the only village within a day's march. Your village that you guys came from is probably the closest.
And have you ever had trouble with Picts before?
Those bastards are always raiding the country. It just seems that they happen to come across our place this time.
Okay.
Do you know where they were going?
I think they went farther north into the mountains.
Okay.
It is clear we must follow them.
All right. Shall we stay here through the night where they said it was stormy outside?
Might be a chance to catch up with them.
Okay.
We will lose them in the snow if we delay.
All right.
Galen's right. What about you?
Oh, no.
Well,
You talking to the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll stay here. I am not going out into the wilderness.
You'll be unsafe alone.
I was unsafe with a full village of people, too.
Fair enough, then. Oh, by the way, Jolly,
Yep.
where am I from? I don't seem to have any biographical information on my sheet.
Let's see here. You are from the Bosnian marches. Bosnian,
Okay.
sorry.
Bosonian marches.
Bosonian, yeah.
King Bastonian.
On your notes page, on your character sheet, that's where I got your basic
I
information there. On the tab on your
Oh,
right
yeah.
side.
So you do. I can see it. Great.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
So
All right,
yes,
well-
if you guys decide to go, you'll be going without me. I will not be leaving here. I have to restart.
We'll come back this way. If we can find any of your fellow villagers alive, we'll bring them back this way. And if nothing else, we'll take you and whoever else survive back to the other village where you'll be safe with some numbers.
I think they may have taken our smith.
Mm.
Okay.
We should definitely make sure they don't get away with him. The last thing we need is picks with iron.
All right. Well, if we're all agreed to head out to see if we can pick up their trail, let's go to the barn and retrieve our horses. See if we can pick up a trail.
Okay, no problem. So you guys get back on your horses, and you guys decide to start tracking whatever prints you can find. So to add in some of this wonderful sound effects I have here. I'm gonna get one of you guys to become the leader. So whoever has the best survival skill overall.
I have an 11. I do have a couple of useful talents.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, assuming I can make a roll, we can catch up to him. I knew a shortcut.
What about Galen? Galen, what do you got there?
I've got 2 survival plus that goes off what? Agility?
Awareness.
No, awareness. Okay, so it's 2 plus my awareness, right?
Yes.
I've got 14.
14.
Yep.
And Fire Dragon here, his survival is a 1. Yeah, so you're 11 and 1 is what you are.
Okay.
Alright, so let's let Galen lead. Can I use my hunter talent if he's the primary?
Let's see here.
Hunter lets us, if we're tracking someone, lets me spin 2 doom or momentum to find a shortcut or other way of intercepting whoever we're tracking. It's the, yes, we were behind you, but now we're in front of you.
If you want to use the talent, you're going to have to be the lead.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys decide who wants to lead.
Well, that sounds like a very useful thing to have in this circumstance.
Yeah, I have Hunter as well, but my awareness is only 10 plus the survival, I guess, is it?
Right. Well, if you have Hunter, we could, either one of us. I got an 11 as well, so.
Okay, well, you go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So it's going to be a difficulty 4 because it's becoming dark. The wind is starting to blow, so it's pretty treacherous right now to track. So it's a difficulty 4. So I'm going to get both Fire Dragon and Galen to do an assist roll first. So they roll 1 dice. So put a -1 in your modifier box and roll your survival roll.
Now, this is a little bit different to what I remember last time. Where's the modifier box?
Is the bottom left-hand corner, right underneath your chat window where it says modifier
Yep.
0. So, Fire Dragon
And
got a success.
And I'm putting a -1, did you say?
Yes, because you're only going to roll 1 dice.
Okay, and now I click what?
Right next to your skill, you'll see a phoenix icon.
Okay, right. Survival skill.
Yeah. I bet you're going to get it. I bet you're going to get an error. Oh, no, it worked. All right.
Awesome.
So, it was a difficulty 4.
So we got 2.
You got 2 right now. So,
I'm going to add a dice from momentum.
okay.
Wait, it says thievery, but I'm sure it was supposed to be survival. It's just that when I click onto survival, it seems to select thievery instead. It must be some glitch in the.
Let me see now. Here, no.
Wait.
Sorry, wrong one. What's going on? Wrong character sheet.
In any case, it's the same skill and focus for me, and it goes off the same ability. So
That may be the error I ran into when I made the first survival check.
Yeah, it could be.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's me rolling.
I got 1. Bad die roll. 2 I have.
Okay, Galen, I'm just going to get you to roll. Just click on the dice again, just to get it to roll. Make sure it works now.
just a random roll.
Yeah, just select survival again. That's all.
No,
Look at that. Why is that?
my mouse is hovering right above survival. Still no.
When I roll it rolls survival. So that's weird.
Yeah, and when I rolled, it rolled survival too, and
Okay.
fire dragon.
All right. That's
You got to put the tip of the tip of the arrow on it.
Yep, it's right on there. The very tip is right on there, but it seems to be selecting the one that's immediately below it.
Oh, okay.
Are you on a Mac by any chance?
I am on a Mac.
Aha. Okay. What you need to do is right now your pointer is actually a little off. It's not aligned up properly.
Yeah, that's what it seems. How do I fix that?
Right click anywhere on the desktop away from your character sheet, and you should get an option there called Restore Windows.
Yep. Click that.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you do that, it may make it bigger or smaller. I'm not sure.
It's made it smaller.
All right. So if you right click on it again and resize it.
Yep.
And now your pointer should be aligned properly.
Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Brilliant.
All right.
Thanks.
So we had the 2 successes earlier from
That'd be assist.
from the assist.
I only got one success. However, I have the tracker talent, which reduces the difficulty by 1.
Wow, so that brings it down to D3, and that is 3 successes then.
Right. And then I proposed we add 2 to the doom and catch them.
Oh,
I second that
is that
proposal.
what you guys are going to do?
Sure. Any
Sure.
objections, Warren?
Oh, I'm good with it.
Alright.
All right, so I'll take the 2 doom, and I'll bring that up to 10. I've added the 2 doom because Galen joined us, so I got more doom again.
That's right.
So, okay then. Images. You, through the snow and the blizzard conditions, I'm going to bring up another image now of, let's see here, another image of the conditions that you guys are in, because you guys are riding and the snow is getting thick. It's getting really dark now. You're going through like a forested area. But just up ahead through the Droka trees, you can see a warm glow of light and flickering light. And it seems like you've managed to follow these tracks to this location.
Okay. Let's tie off our horses and see if we can stealth up to them.
Yes.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to ask everyone, pick the order that you want to go in, but everyone's going to make because it's dark and because it's snowy, it's going to be fairly easy to sneak in there. So it's going to be a D0 to stealthily move into the zone where the suspected people are.
Okay.
So,
All right.
who wants to go first?
I'll go first if everybody's good with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to add any dice, or are you just going to roll your 2 dice and hope for a success?
I'm going to just roll my 2 dice.
Okay.
Draw my sword and stealthily move towards the light. Ooh.
So you got 1 success. You're good.
Okay.
So you actually got 1 momentum because it was a D0 and you got 1 success. So that's a 0. That's a 1 momentum.
All right, I'll put that in the pool for everybody.
Perfect. So who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'll just take my 2 dice.
Oh.
Oop. Except, of course, I keep forgetting to change the modifier back after
It
I'm
used to
done.
automatically reset to 0, but it doesn't do it anymore. So I don't know why.
I got one success.
All right, so you're going to put the momentum in the pool?
Yes.
All right, Galen, the Berserker Raider, what are you about to do? I'll be a distraction for the other two.
Wah, wah, wah.
I can't hear you anymore, Jim. You're gone quiet. I can see you speaking on your mic, but I don't hear you.
I don't hear him either.
Maybe he's got his mute flicked off by accident. Maybe his mic is muted.
No, I don't know.
We can hear his. We can't hear him, but we can hear him in the chat window. Hear his words.
Oh yeah, no, we can't hear you, man. Let's see.
He's taking a stroke.
On his birthday.
On his birthday, he's lost his voice.
Yeah.
So, Jim, I'm going to move you to another room and then see if that resets anything for you.
Fix the mouse, broke the mic.
Hey, Jim, do you hear me now? Okay, I see you speaking, but I don't hear you. So I was hoping this would reset it. I'm going to move you back to the Conan room now. So for some reason, his mic has stopped working. Well, he failed his stealth roll, but he's pretty stealthy.
The character failed the stealth roll. The player made.
Yeah, Jim, so I don't know, did you want to log off your Discord and then log back on?
Batter. He will now speak only in interpretive dance.
And he joined the room, and still no sound.
It's moving, but it's not saying anything.
That's so weird.
Is this thing lighting up the way ours are lighting up?
Yep. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see when he speaks. It turns green. You just can't hear him.
It just flashed, but I couldn't hear him.
My buddy who's watching on Twitch says, check the plugs.
I always gotta love those great bits of advice, right?
Yep. We do a lot of gaming via Google Hangouts, so
oh yes,
we're used to things like weird plugging issues and stuff like that.
Google Hangouts is a great system to use for online gaming.
Yeah.
I hope we don't lose it.
Yeah, it's Google though. They'll come up with something cool. It'll be around, but it won't make them. They won't figure out how to make a mint off of selling ads on it, and then they'll just kill it.
Yep. Okay, no problem. He's going to remove his mic and adding again. See what happens.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink while
No
we're
problem.
mapping.
Righto, how about now?
Ah, we got you. You're
Perfect.
back.
You're back.
Ah, brilliant. Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
Oh, it's no problem.
Okay, so failed the stealth. Can I retrospectively use momentum, or do I have to announce that before I make the roll?
Yeah, you got to announce that beforehand.
Okay, right.
So I don't see any complications, which is good. So let me start while Quintus is away there. Let me get the map.
What do we see as we get closer?
My dear friend, you're about to see all that in its glory.
Yeah, Brian can watch it after school. Oh, cool. Okay, did we kill all the pigs?
No, not yet.
Dang.
Actually, Galen was yelling out to him, "Hey, over here! Come here! I'm cold. Can I stand by your fire?" I am just getting the next stuff here set up here. R2.
Mm-hmm. That was my phone reminding me of this event.
Okay, so how's the best way for me to do this? Okay, so I'm going to share with everybody a map, and I'm going to drag everyone's token onto it. So you guys can drag these tokens around wherever you want. It's easy for you to interact with. So I am going to get... You're going to see a small circle in the center of the map. That represents where the fire is.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for both Fire Dragon and Quintus to place themselves anywhere within that box.
Okay.
So if you look at the map, it's kind of hard to see it. You'll have to mouse wheel in to zoom in, but you can see lines, and they're kind of like zones and stuff.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. So just be mindful of that. Now, Galen, you are
Yep.
as you are walking in. Okay, hold on. I'll do it this way. You were trudging up through the snow. You never did it very well.
Loudest snow in the world.
Story of my life.
But the other guys now, they all see several individuals sitting around a fire, and they do not know that you are there. And I'm going to leave Galen right where he is right now, and I'm going to... You guys have the element of surprise, so they don't know you're there. This is what you can see. Now, I'm going to change the token on one of these guys, so make him look a little bit more dangerous. Where is...
Must be the token that's a little larger.
He's a slightly bigger danger.
Where's a good one I can use?
Looks almost like they're in a little bit of a Stonehenge circle.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that looks much more dangerous.
And all the other guys are just... What you see in front of you is 4 picks, and you see one bigger, more dangerous-looking pick. Could be the leader.
Okay.
And they're all sitting huddled towards the fire. And they seem to be huddling over something, or they seem to have... The guys sitting around the fire, they seem to be messing with something in their hands.
Okay, I'm going to whisper to my comrades. I don't think talking to picks is usually an option, so maybe we should do a surprise attack.
I will merely nod and take the exploit action to aim at one of them.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see here now. So Quintus,
Yes.
you are taking the exploit action. So it's usually a D1, but because of the snow and all that stuff, it's going to be... I'm going to say it's a D2.
Okay.
Jolly, I want to pull out my bow and try to be able to aim pretty much at the same time.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I'm going to spend 1 momentum to get an extra dice.
Okay.
And roll my observation. And I am going to reroll the 14.
Okay.
Because I have sharp senses. And except I'm not doing minus 11 dice. There we go. That'll give me 3 successes total. So I will take the 1 momentum and roll it over to get the bonus dice on my attack.
Okay, so it was a D2. On your first roll, you got 4 successes, so that's 2 momentum. You got a 3rd momentum there, so you got 3 momentum.
Actually, I'll put 1 momentum back in the pool to replace what I use.
Yep.
And use the other extra 2 to get extra dice.
On your... Oh, because you can take a swift action now if you want.
No. I don't want to take a swift action. I don't even want to know how difficult that's going to be. It's already going to be hard enough shooting a bow in the snow.
All right, so you're saving your momentum for your attack now. Is what you're doing.
Yeah. Put that in my own here.
All right, so that 3 momentum, are you putting that into the pool?
I'm putting one momentum into the pool and applying the other two to my next attack, so I get the 2 bonus d20 and the bonus damage dice.
Okay, so you got that. You'll remember that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, who wants to go next? Warren or Galen?
Do I get to act this round, or we?
Oh, no, you can. Yep.
Okay, right. I ready my weapons and advance. Can I advance to where the others are?
You can. Yep.
Okay, so is that a standard action?
To move from one zone to the next is a standard action. Is a minor
so I can see a line. I can see across a faint line there. Is that another zone?
Yes, that's right. I'm going to remove that box now.
So that was just a minor action to move the one zone?
Let me double check and make sure.
Generally, it is a minor action to move one zone, but when there's like crappy hindering terrain, it can reduce. You need standard action to move.
Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it as a minor action for now. So it was a minor action to move into another zone.
Okay, so as a standard action, can I attack them this round, or is that will be moving into another zone again?
No, you can.
It's crossing.
How did you want to attack? With you have a what do you?
I have my I've got a tower shield and I've got my axe, a battle axe.
Okay, so if you want to move to another zone, that's a standard action. So if you want to move the 2 zones, you can do a standard action to move into it, and then you can spend a fortune point to get a free attack.
No, in that case, I'm going to wait for the next round before I can perhaps wait until Quintus's arrow has let fly, and then I'll charge in.
Okay, so in the chat window, I've put an icon there. You can drag that icon down to your hotbar, but that's actions that you can do in a turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, I'm assuming now Fire Dragon wants to move. So you're pulling out your bow, you're getting ready. What would you like to do?
I'd like to pretty much match Quintus's shot and then size up what's going to happen, because I'll probably draw my sword and rush into battle as well.
Okay, so you're going to take an exploit action.
Okay.
So an exploit action is going to be a difficulty 2. So it's an observation roll.
All right. And can I use one of the momentum for this?
Absolutely, yep. So you can give yourself 3 dice if you want.
3 dice.
So a +1 in the pool. Or in the modifier box.
There you go.
So it was D2, so you got yourself 1 momentum. You can save that for your next round of attacks.
Oh, all right, that's what I'll do.
All right.
And when you do that, you not only get an extra d20, but you get an extra die on the damage roll too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So, Quintus, or not Quintus, I will say, I'm going to say Galen, as you were moving up through the snow and you're not being all that mindful, you failed to notice a walking sentry.
Nope.
And
Picks in the backfield. Picks in the backfield.
And he moves up behind you, and this is where he is. So I'm going to say it's this guy's turn, and he charges in towards you.
Okay. Do I get to retaliate, or am I surprised?
No, I'm not going to say that you're surprised. You have enough time to hear him slog through the snow, because he starts roaring and yelling and la 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 la. He's charging at you, right? You see him with a...
That's what pigs do.
So he is coming at you fairly hot and heavy. Did you want to try and defend yourself?
Yep, I'm going to spin around and brace my shield against him.
Okay, so you have a shield, so your parry roll will be free.
Okay.
because your shield allows you to parry.
Now I'm just trying to see if I have any other talents that help me here, but I don't think they do. Okay, so just a standard parry roll.
Yep. So I'm going to roll first. You may not need to have to even worry about it, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to spend some doom here. Let's see here. There's 10 in the pool.
Doom.
He's going to roll a total of 3 dice. Agility. So he's rushing at you with a spear, is what he's reaching at you with. Okay.
Okay.
So here goes. He's rolling his attack, and he's got no successes. So he comes in and he misses altogether.
All right.
So this movement, kind of catches him off guard, and the remainder of the picks, they all stand up and they start looking into the darkness, because it's hard for them. They're all staring at the fire, so it's hard for them to see into the darkness. But you see one of them drop something. It seems to be roughly the size of a large sack of potatoes, and it seems to have fallen down directly in front of him, and it starts to scamper away. It looks like to be a cub of a bear.
Wow.
I don't want to know what they're doing with those bear cubs.
And the chief, he is looking at he's going to move in behind the pillar for some cover. So he has cover. So who would like to? So this is the end of the phase, end of the round. So now the momentum pool drops by 1.
I can't see the momentum pool, by the way. Where can I access that?
I just dragged it to the chat window, and you can drag it
Great.
down to your hotbar again.
Would the Doom go down to 9 where the
Oh yes,
pick used one?
yeah, it should have.
Okay.
It should have went down by 2 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So we're on 1 momentum?
You're at 1 momentum in the pool.
Yep.
Okay. Well, seeming as this guy is right in front of me, I guess I can go first.
Go for it.
It's entirely up to you. Yep.
I'm going to step past his spear and just smack him with my axe.
Okay, so it is a reach 3 weapon that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Your axe is a reach 2.
Okay.
So it's going to be a difficulty 2 to hit him,
Righto.
because it's harder for you to attack someone if they got a little bit of reach on you.
Now I'm looking at these talents. I don't think I've got anything useful. Blood on steel. What is that?
Adaptable combatant is good for that.
Yeah.
Do you have
adaptable combatant?
I don't.
All right.
okay.
Do you have deft blade?
Nope. I have no mercy. Death blade. I'm a berserker. I don't have death blade. Oh, apropos, the berserker talent.
Yep.
I've just been looking at it, and I can't see why it's actually useful. It gives me fatigue, and it gives my opponents momentum. Is that right?
It does, but most likely it
It
kills.
sounds more like a curse.
It has its drawbacks, but it's an incredible first shot. Put it that way.
And how quickly can I enter the enraged state?
How?
Well, does it take time for me to go berserk,
Let's
or
see. No, it just says that you can accept 1 point of fatigue and become enraged. So you just take your fatigue and you gain your bonus momentum to all melee and throw and ranged attacks. So yeah, so you get momentum 1.
I think my wild fury gives me an extra momentum. Is that right?
When enraged, you can increase the bonus momentum generated for 1. Yep. So you get 2.
So I'm going to enrage.
Okay, so your vigor instantly drops by 1, so it's now
10.
It's now going to be a 10. I'm just going to put a note there on your character sheet.
Okay.
And I'll put that down to a 10. Okay.
That means I've got +2 momentum to use on this roll.
So you have to be successful. So if you're successful, you instantly add your momentum to it.
I see.
Right? So
the first roll is unmodified.
Exactly. So if you want to add some doom to it, you want to add there's 1 point of momentum in the pool, you can add a dice that way.
I'll do that. I'll use momentum because I need 2 successes, no?
Yes, to get a hit, yep.
Yep. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And then I just roll my melee.
Yep. So make sure you got your +1 down in your modifier box.
Well, I've got 2 underneath my focus. Actually, 3 successes, and 2 of them are under my focus.
Yeah, so if you look at your chat window, it tells you everything there.
That's right.
So it does.
So you have a total of 5 successes, plus your 2, so that's 7. So it works out to 5 momentum.
Wow.
Right. So
I'm going to get you to roll your damage first.
Did you say you had blood on steel?
I do have blood on steel.
So you can spend 1 of those momentum, add vicious 1 to your weapon.
That is what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you have an axe, so I think it already has vicious.
So it'll be vicious 2.
Oh man, that's brutal.
That's vicious.
And I have no mercy, which will allow me to re-roll 1 of the damages, I think. No?
2. At least a number of the damage dice equal to the number of melee talents you have. And since you have no mercy and blood on steel, you have at least 2.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So where's the damage dice? Yeah, I got it. So.
Wow, that's what's on the go here?
So that's 1.
Looks like 2 effects.
So that's 5 damage.
So first of all, I would spend my recommendation is to spend the momentum and re-roll the 2 4s.
Well, no, he doesn't have to. He's got no mercy.
I don't need to.
Oh,
yeah,
no mercy does that, does it?
Yeah. It lets you re-roll 1 damage die per melee talent you have. So he could re-roll the 2 4s with that.
Okay, I'm just going to.
How do I roll 2 6-sided dice? Just drag them to the window.
Just drag them to the window. Yep. So that's an extra 3 points of damage. So you got a total of 6 points of damage with 2.
No,
effects.
8, because his axe has vicious 2 on it right now.
Wow.
5. No, wait. Nope. 3, 6, 7, 9, 10 points of damage.
That'll learn you to sneak up on me.
You're going to behead him.
Okay. So, 10 points of damage. Let me see. Well, he has no armor, and he only has 5 vigor points. So
cleave him in half.
You've essentially dropped him. You put the axe. You describe it. You describe how you're ending this dude.
I step past his guard and cleave him down from his shoulder to his navel. Blood spurts from the gaping wound and covers me in gore.
He's got the extra blood mod turned on.
Oh, funny. Very funny. Okay, so while enraged, you must make every effort to attack or charge an enemy every round. You cannot use acrobatics or parry skills in reactions, and you cannot fall into any defensive formation such as a shield wall.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, good for a strike.
One down.
So
right.
I'm going to put a token on the map here, and this little token here is the object that you saw fall out of the person's, what you think is a bear cub.
Okay.
And that bear cub is going to be right there, right now. Okay, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
So he had 6 momentum in the pool. He just filled up the momentum bar, so the momentum is full.
Right. So I'll go ahead and spin 1 momentum to get 1 more dice. Are these minions in a group, or are they just individual
They're
minions?
individuals.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot the number 3.
Okay.
Hey, look, when I point at the pictures, it tells me the numbers. Figuring this out. So I will go ahead and shoot. What's the difficulty?
It is, the range on your bow is what? It's close or medium?
Medium.
Okay.
Medium.
It's snowing, so it's D2.
D2. All right. I have shoot for the horizon, but that doesn't work here. Where's my ranged weapon skill?
So don't
There it
forget
is.
now you also have your plus dice.
Yep, I got them all.
Okay.
That's why I spent 1 momentum. Oops. It helps if I point at the little thing. Oh, what a wonderful roll.
So
But that is 2 successes, just barely.
and that's a hit. So roll your damage.
All right. Now, how do I get bonus dice on the damage?
I've
Just throw them in.
All you got to do there is your additional damage. You just add the +1 to your modifier, or the number of dice to your modifier.
Got it. So I get 2 for that. So we throw the dice. 2. Ooh, nice. And then I get to re-roll 2d6s for my... Well, actually, I get to re-roll 3, but I'll just re-roll 2 of them, because only 2 3s. So that will be... if they have armor, I don't care, because that's Pierce 3 armor, and 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11 damage.
So you describe this arrow shot entering this guy's skull if you want.
So I will put 1 arrow just right through his skull. He looks like Steve Martin in a classic 70s skit. And then I'm going to spin 2 more of the momentum.
Okay.
Since I did 11 damage, and do secondary target, and
Okay.
hit the guy next to him for 5 or 6. I forget if you round up or down. But I don't think it matters.
Oh, okay then. So secondary target. You're the first person in all my games who've actually used that. So.
Hey, if I roll that much damage, why bother rolling dice to hit somebody? Yes.
No, exactly.
So yeah, I'll just spill over and kill the other
So
guy.
is secondary
Number 4.
target a talent?
No, it's a momentum spin.
Oh,
So
okay.
what it does is it lets you hit somebody within reach of the of you and of the first target. And I got a
Okay.
bow, so kind of everybody's in reach. Everybody in the
Okay.
same zone.
Yep.
And it lets you do half the damage you did to the first target to the other guy.
Oh, okay.
And that's just for spending 1 momentum.
2.
Wow.
2
Oh,
momentum.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that drops the second. That drops degenerate number 4.
Excellent.
So Warren Fire Dragon.
Okay. I've put arrow on the map pointing to degenerate number 2,
Okay.
number 2 pick, and I'm going to use one of the momentum points and let loose an arrow.
Okay, so you now you get a +1 for your momentum. Sorry, +1 from your exploit action in the last round.
Okay.
Right, because you did an exploit, so you're pretty much getting an aim shot is what you're doing.
Okay, well, then I'll just use that.
Okay, so just put a +1 in your momentum, in your
Your
modifier.
modifier.
And you
And
need
then-
to. It's a difficulty 2 for you.
All right. So my ranged weapons is 4, so just roll that one.
Yep. So
Oh,
it's a
wait,
hit. It's a hit. Oh, you got to roll one more dice. Just roll another d20 there somewhere.
Okay. So where I was supposed to have a modifier, I put a 1. I should have put a -1, should I?
No.
No,
Well, yeah, now just to roll 1 dice.
yeah,
Yeah.
just. So that's yeah. So you got a hit with a momentum.
All right.
So now you're going to roll your damage and put a +1 in the modifier box, and you'll roll an additional point of additional dice of damage.
Okay.
That's for the exploit.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
7 points of damage.
All right.
Fire Dragon, describe this one.
I let loose a arrow, and it seems to take him in the chest and throw him back away from the fire into the darkness.
Well done. So you have an extra point of momentum. Did you want to put it right into the pool?
Yes, I'll put that in the pool, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you've essentially wiped out the whole group here at the moment. So let's say degenerate number 1, he is now fully functional, and he is going to charge into Galen, and he's going to attack Galen.
Fully functioning degenerate.
Now, seemings I can't parry. Is the shield doesn't do me any good, does it?
Correct.
Yeah.
It does.
I just.
It still covers it still absorbs damage.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Got it. So there's no point in discarding it.
No.
Is there any advantage in using a battle axe two-handed?
No. Nope.
Okay, I keep the shield.
You get to describe things different ways. That's about it.
So you cannot parry. So it's a D1 for him to hit. I'm going to spend Doom to roll 2 dice because he's only a minion, and so it's 10 and 1.
Does anybody speak pick?
Yes, it sounds like this. Twang, 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 twang.
No, it sounds like ah.
And this guy is also charging in with you with a crude-looking spear.
Okay.
So I got... oh, that's not right. Skill 2. Just 1 second there, guys.
You guys know I need to pass a discipline 4 check to end my enraged condition, and I have a discipline of 8.
So, yeah.
So what you're saying is we should start taking exploit actions against you?
You should start running. Because when I run out of picks...
All right, so he hits you with 2 momentum.
Okay.
So he takes 2 momentum. So he is now going to roll his damage. And he hits you for 5 points of damage. I'm going to spend 1 point of doom to give myself piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And I will see where I hit you. Let me see. I will roll a d20. And I roll an 11. So that hits you in the torso.
Okay, so I've got a brigandine vest on my torso with a 2, looks like a 2 soak, and I also have a shield soak of 4.
Okay, so I'm
The
actually
shield
going to,
is dice.
yeah, the shield uses dice.
Okay, right.
I'm actually going to spend my other momentum to give myself piercing 4.
Bastard.
So I'm going to get you to roll your dice for your shield.
Can I use momentum to increase it or not?
No.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
4.
Wow, that's pretty good. No, that's your damage dice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your shield soak.
That
No,
was my
that's-
shield soak, no?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
your
my shield.
Oh, that is your
sick.
Yes.
Wow.
You got 6. So
8. So you still got 4 soak after his penetrating.
wow. Okay, so 1 point of vigor gets through damage to you.
And that's including my my brigandine vest.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay,
So your vigor now goes down to 9.
9.
You like strain a muscle in your arm slightly.
And the degenerate chief now. Let's see here.
Oh.
He is going to. Now, this guy here is a nemesis, so he is actually going to take a standard action to move 2 zones. And no, actually, he's not. He's going to stay there. He hunkers down still by the pillar, and the bear cub starts running away. So it is now the start of a new round. The momentum goes down by 1.
So is that automated when the round clicks over, or do you have to?
Well, I click it to make it go on to the next round, but it doesn't drop the momentum automatically. I wish it did,
Okay.
though. Oh, just 1 second, guys. I gotta put my dog out.
All right.
I'll be right back.
I think we need to get that bear cub.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Does the doom drop by another point where you used 2?
No,
Nope.
it doesn't. It doesn't
That
go down.
keeps going up.
Yeah, it only goes down when when the GM spins Doom. But
Yeah,
I think from a,
But he spent an extra 1 for more piercing.
oh, that's right. He may have forgotten to. I don't know if he remembered to drop it down 1.
good point.
Or that might have been momentum off of his attack roll. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Could be.
I don't know how. Yeah, the NPCs can get momentum too and spend it.
Oh, okay.
And if they don't spend it, then it turns into more Doom.
Oh, okay.
So I am going to. Where's my doom chart? I'm spending. Before the end of the round, I'm spending 2 doom.
Uh-oh.
And.
Oh no. Where bear?
Maybe the bear is following the picks because they got the cub.
Ding, ding,
Or
ding,
had,
ding.
had the cub.
Got animal friendship spells. No? No druids? Damn it. No, I am not the...
So, as you're fighting and taking out the pigs, and the baby bear is kind of crying out, you see, rushing through the trees behind you, this thing.
Yogi Bear? That's more like Bear from Revenant Bear.
All right, let's do battle.
Yeah, you're the Berserker.
Right.
Okay, so I am now going to spend a doom to go first.
I could feel that coming.
And obviously, seeing Galen is the only one that didn't seem to do any type of stealth check whatsoever. Couldn't seem to do it. All the attention is going on to Galen. So I'm going to activate the bear first.
It's nice to feel the love.
Well, it's your birthday.
True.
Wants to give you a birthday hug.
So this bear is taking a minor action to walk up to you. Is a monstrous creature, to let you know. It's a huge, 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 huge thing. First of all, yeah, no, it's just gonna charge right in there. That's exactly what it's gonna do. So 11 and 2. I am going to spend 1 doom to roll 3 dice. Move that down. And so if I did this right, it should be 3 dice rolling.
I see 3 shadows.
I actually got a complication.
The bear trips and sprains his ankle.
Well, he did get 2 successes, though. So
He uses a volley of his claws.
so I'm just going to lose the 2 momentum. Lose the 2 doom as my complication. And it hits you with 1 momentum. So it's now going to roll its dice. Damage against Galen.
That's a fuckload of dice.
That's what I was going to say. Oh, that didn't look like 2. That's unfortunate.
So it does 7 points of damage with a knockdown of 3. Do you want to
What does the knockdown mean?
Well, if you get knocked down, you're knocked down, you become prone. But you can spend... You
I'm
can
with you.
give me 3 doom, and you can ignore that.
Or I can use momentum?
No, you got to give me doom to ignore it.
Okay. I'll give you doom.
All right, so you're not knocked down. So the attack is pretty ferocious.
Now, does he get his cover dice from his shield again?
Oh, he will. Yep. So I am going to spend my momentum point that I had to give myself piercing. So there is 7 points of damage, and it hits you in the, let's see, 17.
Left leg.
In the
Left leg.
Yep. So left leg. Roll your cover dice, your shield soak.
So I've got also a brigandine on my left leg.
Yep, that's right.
So
But the soak is going to ignore that. Sorry, the
Right.
Yeah.
piercing is going to ignore that.
So your soak is whatever you roll on the 4 dice. Ooh, not so good.
Ouch.
So you take 6 points of vigor damage.
Is that a wound?
That will give you a wound.
Okay.
And that's the bear. You have a wound. +1.
Good.
Okay, who would like to go next?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and go. I'm going to spend 1 momentum
Okay.
and shoot the degenerate. Try and clear 1 person off of Galen's side, anyways.
Okay, no problem. So it's a D2 still.
Yep. And I can never find range weapon on here for some reason. That will be 3 successes.
It's a hit with a momentum.
Hit with a momentum. Excellent. And then my damage. That's 6 points. Oh, but I get to re-roll. What do I want? All those 2 4s. Oops. I'll make it 8 points.
That is enough to kill it.
All right, and I will bank that momentum.
So how many momentum is that? 1, right?
That was 1.
Okay.
So
So
1 back.
degenerate number 1 goes down.
And then I'm going to... I don't want to get closer to that degenerate. You said he's a nemesis?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am, behind the tree for cover. I will make sure that tree is between me and the chieftain.
All right, no problem. All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I'll let an arrow loose at the bear.
Okay. So you're right on the line. I'm going to say that it's a D1 for you. I think you're closer to it in a different zone. You're right on the line, so.
Okay.
So it's a difficulty 1 to hit the bear. He is going to try and defend, just to let you know.
The bear is?
Yeah. So once, depending on if you hit, he's going to try to defend.
Okay.
Well, I got to spend the doom anyway to do it anyway, so I'll spend the doom for him to defend.
So
He's a bear monk. He's going to try and deflect arrows.
So I put a +1 on my modifier?
Well, how many dice would you like to use to roll?
I'll use 1 momentum.
Okay, so put a +1 in that modifier box.
Okay.
And roll your dice.
Of
Ranged weapons.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. So now I got to try and defend. So let's see here. It is a acrobatics roll, so it's movement.
where the bears is fighting 2 foes. Does that affect anything?
No, it doesn't.
No. Okay.
So it's agility. So, all right. So he rolls 2 dice. I gotta beat the momentum. So yeah. So I'm just gonna roll 2 dice. See what happens. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Try this again. You hit with 2 momentum.
Nice.
Okay. So now it's time to do some damage.
Yes.
And I guess those momentum, they can't be used. It's just banked.
Well, you can use them after once you roll your damage. Then you can choose to use your momentum if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So do you have the accuracy talent?
No. I don't think I have any talents to go with the bow.
Ah,
Yeah, no, you are right.
so you could use one momentum to re-roll those 2 3s, or you could use a momentum to pierce 2 of his soak, because it's a freaking giant bear, so it's probably got some soak.
All right. All right.
So-
Well, we'll use one for each of that.
Okay, so just roll a d6 to roll your damage.
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6. Okay, so you never got any additional damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, he had 2 3s, so he gets to re-roll. He can re-roll both. Of
Oh,
those.
that's right. No, you're right. Yeah, sorry about that. So roll one more dice.
What?
So yeah.
Also nothing. Hey, you already did it.
So you did 5 points of damage, and you're going to spend 1 to give it piercing.
2.
Piercing 2.
Yeah, we gotta save Galen
All right.
because we gotta send him berserking after the last pick.
Yeah, we can't have our meat shield get eaten.
So the bear, it gets a pretty solid thunk onto its side. And 1. All right. Yeah, the bear hits solidly into its side. Oh, I forgot. This thing has fear. I forgot to make you guys roll that.
Ooh, you want us to roll now?
Yes, I will get you to do that now. So
What is that, a discipline check?
Is a discipline difficulty 1.
1.
So add 1
No, it's not at. What you do is
-1.
no.
I get 1 success.
I also get 1.
Yeah, so Quintus got 1, Galen got 1. So Sean, what you need to do is you're always going to roll 2 dice. The difficulty 1, it means you need to get at least 1 success.
Oh, okay. So
Alright.
just roll my discipline.
Yep. And you all succeed. Apparently, no one on your team, the players, have yet to roll a 20 the whole night. No complications at all.
Wow!
It's very unfun for the GM.
I should have got my buddy, one of my other friends. He managed to roll like 5 20s the time we played.
Okay, so you hit the bear, you wound it. Now there's still 3 momentum in the pool. So now it's, I guess, Galen, if you're done.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to have it with my axe.
All right. Well, this thing is going to try and defend.
Spend some
Do your
momentum.
worst. I've got an extra 2 momentum already from my enraged state and wild fury.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, what's the maximum number of extra dice I can use? Is it +2?
+3 is the highest amount.
+3.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to spend.
Go ahead.
So, what were you going to say?
No, you just go on with your math and just tell me what you're going to spend.
So, I'm just going to spend that extra 2 momentum to give me 2 extra dice on my melee, and then I might spend some more on. Oh no,
Yeah. So
that's 2 extra.
You're using. There's 3 momentum in the pool.
Yep,
You can use the 2 momentum there to roll 2 extra dice.
but I've got 2 momentum from my talent.
Yeah, but that's only on a successful hit.
Oh, I'm with you. Right. Okay. Right. I see.
Yeah.
In that case, I might only use. What's the difficulty rating of hitting him?
It's going to be a struggle. So you want to get as many dice as you can.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's down a wound, so I think he's at +1 difficulty too.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to spend those 2 momentum. Yep. No worries. So +2 on my modifier, right?
Correct. Yep.
Where the hell is my melee? Right, got it.
3 successes. All right, so I already paid my doom for it to try and parry. Let's see here.
That's good. He's running out of doom.
So
And we're running out of momentum.
So I am going to roll I'm just going to roll 2 dice, and no, I'm going to spend one. I'm going to spend the doom, and I'm going to roll 3 dice, and I get it is a difficulty 2 for me because I'm wounded. So let's see what happens. 4 successes.
Oof.
Bastard.
So that means you had a hit with 2 momentum, and I had a hit with 2 momentum, so it's tied in momentum. So ties go to the players.
Oh, really?
But
Okay, so is that a hit?
I'm going to spend my last doom to break the tie.
That's my favorite move as a GM.
Set him up and then you knock him down.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, so he defends. You can always take a spend a fortune point and attack again.
Nah. No, that's cool.
All right, no problem. So now it is the Degenerate Chief. He is going to move up a zone, and he's going to try to get into the group of trees here and get some cover. And let's see here. Yep, that's as far as he's going. So, round 4. Momentum is gone. Doom is gone. There's nothing in the pools. Who wants to go first?
I'll let another arrow fly at the bear.
Okay. So, do you want to give me Doom to roll extra dice?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So it's a D1.
D1.
Yep.
All right. And my range weapons is 4. So here you go.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah.
Oh no, 2 successes and a complication.
So you hit with a momentum. So I'm going to get you to roll your damage.
Okay. Bust a string or something.
Use
Just
up
roll regular damage, right?
Yep. So you only got 2 points of damage. Now, do you want to use your momentum to re-roll the dice that didn't do anything?
Yes.
All right. So re-roll. Put a -2 in your.
Or I can pick the dice at the bottom and pick how many.
You can do that if you want. Yep.
So I can roll 2. Is it 2 dice or 3?
all 3.
You want to roll 3 dice.
3. Okay.
When you spend a momentum, you can re-roll as many as the damage dice
as you want. Yep.
Yeah. Usually, there's no point in re-rolling ones that were got you something though.
I don't think that went in the box then, did it?
No.
Nope.
Hold on.
There's probably all 2s then.
Oh, okay. 3.
There we go.
There you go.
So you did a total of 6 damage. No, 5 damage, sorry.
5. Yeah.
Total of 5
Okay.
damage.
No
Yeah.
pierce though.
There is no piercing, because there's no more momentum. Figure drops to there. Okay. The arrow hits it. It screams in pain. But
Sounds like a car on a motorway, which is oddly it sounds out of place in this setting.
they're free sound waves, so I guess that's what you pay what you get, right? You get what you pay for. Okay, so this big bear now got 2 arrows digging into its side. but it's still around.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
I'm going to have another hack with my axe. Oh, unless you want to go first, Quintus.
No, go ahead. You can if you want
Okay.
to. You're the one getting chewed on.
Yeah, exactly. Same deal as before?
Well, now that you're wounded, it is a difficulty 2. And his reach, I got to see if he has a reach. I forgot to take that into account last time. His reach is 2 as well. Same
I'm always forgetting reach.
Yep.
And then every time I remember reach, it's with the PC that has adaptable combatant. So he's like, nah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a difficulty 2 because you're wounded.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a straight roll with no modifiers.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to take the Doom. Actually, I got to put a complication on the Fire Dragon, so before I forget.
Where did the Doom come from? Oh, okay, he just used Doom?
No, it's from the... you rolled a 20, so that's a complication.
So
he can take that as Doom, or he can use it to like make you spend a load of arrows, and if you have no loads, then
you're out of arrows.
Okay.
What I am going to do, I'm going to make him, force him, where's it to? As you fire your bow in that last shot, Fire Dragon, when you put the bow up and you let it go, the boughs of the tree that you're standing next to got caught up in the string, and it actually just whacks you in the face, and you're actually entangled in the branches right now. So on the start of your next round, you are going to have to make a difficulty 1 acrobatics roll to break free of it as a standard action.
Okay.
So I gotta add it there. Okay. Back to
Galen.
Back to Galen.
And we are out of momentum, is that right?
We are out of momentum.
Okay, straight roll. Ooh, that's just 1 success.
Yep, so that is a miss. Would you like to use a fortune point and try again?
Does that mean I re-roll? Fortune point give me an automatic success under my automatic 1. Is that right?
Well, you can use well, not now. It's too late now.
Oh, I'm with you. Right.
But you can use a fortune point to make another standard action without any penalties other than your wound penalties, essentially. So you get to act twice, really, if you want to.
No.
All right.
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
So if I do another action, then if I generate successes, does that count as an extra success on top of the one I've already, or it's just,
Well, yeah.
No,
so
it's just
another attack.
action.
Yeah, it's another standard action, but you obviously get a chance to generate some momentum, of course, right?
Right, but no, he doesn't add whatever successes he rolls to the one he just rolled.
No, that's right.
Yeah, no. Okay, no, I'm not going to do it. Cheers.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take a minor action and move forward into the zone here.
Yep.
Staying out of reach of the bear.
Okay.
And I'm going to put an arrow into the bear. I will add a doom.
Okay, I'll take a doom.
I will spend a volley.
Okay.
So that's plus 2 dice. And then I'm going to spend a fortune point and get a 1.
Okay, then.
And I'm shooting the bear.
So on your fortune point, just on your character sheet, just double-click on the fortune number.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. And then range.
It's going to try and dodge it, just so you know. So,
yep.
So I'll spend the parry to do that.
Figured it would. That will be very painful. So that with the fortune die, that's 5 successes.
Nice
move. I should have just let the arrow hit. Okay. Well then, he just gonna get to roll 2 dice. So let's see what happens. Sorry, that's a mistake. Roll 2 dice. And I got 4 successes.
Holy moly!
So it's a D2 for him because he's wounded. So he actually gets 2 momentum. So
okay.
For you, it was a difficulty 1, and you rolled how many momentum
5.
successes?
5, counting the fortune die.
So you hit with 2 momentum.
2 momentum. All right. So I will save that. I will roll. Let me change the modifier. I get an extra die for the volley. I will re-roll the 1-4 there.
Nice.
And I will do, what's that? That's 8 damage. I will spend 1 momentum on penetrating, and I will and spend 1 more on damage and do 9 damage.
All right. The bear howls in pain as it drives away in an old moped. But it actually, the arrow actually protrudes through the other side, so Fire Dragon sees an arrow kind of pop out towards it, right? Towards him as it extends out through the rib cage, and the bear growls and kind of makes a very sorrowful whine and slumps over to the side.
Nice.
Awesome. We're gonna have a bearskin tent
with a lot of holes. So that's that, and now it is the degenerate's turn.
Yeah.
And now he actually saw Quintus run out of the trees. He's going to move towards Quintus, and he's going to attack him.
Dick. I will add a heat and attempt to defend myself by scurrying out of the way.
Okay. So let's see here. So it's going to cost you a doom to do that.
Yep.
He is attacking you with a rock-studded club.
I hate those things.
Let's see what his combat is 1. So
I knew I should have saved that momentum. Dodging or defense.
So he rolls 2 dice. You're going to try to defend. So it is. I'm not going to spend any doom yet. Actually, I will. I am going to spend the doom and roll 3 dice. Change that to a +1 and roll the dice. And I only got 1 6. No, how's that possible? I got a 2, 3, and a 4. So
he's really bad at things.
Let's see here. Why did that do that? So his focus is 1. So it's hit with it's 3 successes total.
3 successes. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? I'm using a fortune.
Okay.
And getting a 1, which is only 1 success because my parry sucks. But I'll get a 2, so that's 2 successes.
So he hits with 1 momentum.
Yep.
So I will take the 1 momentum, and I'm going to roll the dice here.
Oh.
So he hits you for 9 points of damage, and he knocks you down. Do you want to give me 5 doom to avoid being knocked down?
No, I will just be knocking my ass. Thank you, Barry. Where did he hit?
He hit you 19, so one of your legs.
Oh. That's not what I wanted to hear. All right, so 19.
Oh, there's no armor on your legs.
Armor.
You don't have
That's
legs.
gonna do.
Ouch.
That's gonna do 2 wounds.
And let's see here.
Anything I can do about that? No, there's nothing I can do about that.
I still have a point of momentum. So what am I going to do here? Let's see. Every dice rolled damage.
And I'm stunned too. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Did you want to ignore the stun for 5 points of damage? Or 5, 2.
I'm at +2 difficulty on anything physical. I'm not going to be very much good for anything anymore. I killed the bear. You guys got him, right?
So I'm going to keep the momentum, and I'm going to inflict upon you 9 points of vigor damage.
And that will do 2 wounds.
Oh, wow.
Why does it do 2 wounds?
Because he did more than 5 points in one shot, and he reduced me to 0 vigor.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
And so I got my doom, and next round.
If he had hit me with a battle axe or something else with intense, that would have been 3 wounds.
Yeah, it would have been
Shit.
bad.
Yeah, that would have been like, I'm just going to lie here and pretend to be dead now.
So we have here now, hold on. So you are dazed.
Yep. I'll go first in the next round. I'll spend my action lying on the ground going,
And you're also knocked down. So does the stun only last for 1 round regardless of how bad it is, right?
In Conan, yes.
Yeah.
That's one of those differences in Infinity. Infinity, every effect you roll, the stun lasts 1 round.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody got, in my game last night, somebody got stunned for like 4 rounds or something. It was terrible.
All right, so it is the next round. Momentum is still at 0, and I have 1 doom in, which means I'm going to go first. I'm going to spend my doom to go first. And I'm going to continue to inflict injury onto old Quintus.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about it. I'm on the ground. I have no parry skill to speak of.
So if you're on the ground, it actually gives me a +1 dice to hit for free.
I thought it gave 2 momentum.
Oh, I can't remember. I got to bring it up. Hold on. Let's see.
But the +1 dice is when you like break reach or something.
Two momentum. Yep.
Yeah, it's like Berserk. So Berserker plus people on the ground, you're just gonna.
Brutal. All right, so you can't defend because you're stunned unless you want to spend a fortune point.
I only got 1 left, so no, I'm fine.
All right, so he's not going to roll any extra dice because he doesn't have any fortune left. So he is just going to roll here. Change that to a 0.
20.
So I got I got 2. It's not coming up right. See that? It says skill 2. For some reason, it's not adding it right. Anyway, I got 2 successes. So it's a hit with a momentum.
Yeah, or a hit with 3 momentum.
Hit with 3 momentum. So I'll put 3 in my little chart here, and I will roll the dice.
Go over here and tap on my wounds.
So the rock-studded club comes down and strikes you again in the head. So it's vicious 1. So essentially I do 9 points of damage, and I roll the dice, and it hits you 14. So it's your torso.
9 points. Yay! That reduces it by 1 to 8. I'll take 2 wounds and be at a total of 4 and incapacitated.
Oh my god.
So this dude comes running out of the snow, jumps over the dying bear, and just brings the club down thoroughly and fully on top of Quintus's.
Just because I killed half of his dudes. Very aggro.
Very. And I will take the remaining 3 momentum, and I will generate that and turn that into Doom for me.
I think you got the wrong token in the wrong spot.
There
Yeah.
we go. And that.
No, wait. Now we get to use the Doom pool?
So now, Galen is incapacitated. Or sorry, Quintus is incapacitated. Who would like to go next?
I'll charge the chieftain.
Okay. So it's a minor
gonna
action
use a
for you to engage him.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a fortune point to give me an automatic 1.
Very well done. Okay. So double click
Do
on
I just click?
Yep, just double click on it. So you're going to have
Okay.
2 successes right off the get-go. I'm going to try and defend it. So I'm going to spend the Doom,
Right.
just to let you know.
And I'm going to... So now I just roll my standard melee.
Yes, now you want to get as
dice.
many successes as possible. So you
Okay.
can technically roll...
You
2
can add more
dice.
Doom.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another Doom then,
Okay.
and give... Yep.
So you're going to roll 3
So
dice
what do we-
total.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just...
So you hit
Yeah,
with
damn.
one success. But
Is
your
this
momentum...
taken to? Is this
Plus the
taken into
momentum
account
gives me
where he's
2.
Berserk?
Yes, that's taken into account. So right now, technically, yeah, because his momentum now is going to add to this. So you got a success.
And my fortune is comes under my focus, so that's another 2 successes.
So it works
So
out for
3
you. You got a hit with 4 momentum, is what you got.
3 momentum because he's wounded too.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Yes, you are wounded. So a hit with 3 momentum. So he is going to try to defend. He is going to spend... the reaches are the same, so there's no difference there. Anyway, so I'm going to spend a dice to roll 3 dice. So there we go. And I got a hit with, or I got a success with 2 momentum. So you hit with 1 momentum.
Right. Now, the hit with 1 momentum, that means that's not including my berserk.
It is. That's how you got the hit.
Okay, righto. So, can I, wait on, we don't have any in the momentum pool at the moment, do we?
No.
No.
None.
And I can use that to give myself an extra
Vicious.
quality. Yep, that is what I'm going to do.
Okay, and that's because why? That's not a momentum spend though.
No, that's Blood on Steel.
Oh, Blood
you
on
can
Steel,
spend a
right.
momentum- Yeah, you can spend a momentum on
Oh,
a successful attack to add Vicious 1.
Yep,
Okay.
that's right.
It's terrifying when someone has an axe and
Yes.
Blood on Steel.
Yeah.
My Wild Fury gives me another momentum. Actually, gives me...
Yeah, we've already included your momentum into your original roll. So
Including the Wild Fury, that gives me an extra 1.
yeah, it did because you get 2
Okay.
momentum total. Because you're
Okay, I'm with you.
Fury,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I just roll standard combat dice.
Yep.
Right.
And you got vicious too now, really, because you're using it for vicious.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
gosh, this is scary.
I dread the day
10, 11, 12
the-
damage.
Whew.
And I get to re-roll the 4 from No Mercy, no?
Yes, you
Yes.
can. Yep.
Excellent.
Oh! 14?
14 damage. Oh, wow. Okay, so roll a d20, and this is where it hits him. In the
Left arm or something.
All right, so it hits him in the left arm. It does 14 points of damage. It actually does 13 because of his armor. That brings him down really low. It actually does 2 wounds on him.
Does that include the intense effect from his battle?
That's 2 wounds on him. 3 wounds total, actually, because it's
nice.
one wound for more than for 5 or more.
1 wound for 0, and then an extra for intense.
Yeah.
What does the intense do?
It brings him down to a 1, is what it does. So it's 2 wounds are on him.
Oh, okay, 2 wounds on
2
him.
wounds.
So intense means whenever you do a wound to someone, you do an extra wound.
I like it.
It doesn't double the wounds, it just adds 1 to the number you do. So if you had gotten 1 more point of momentum that you could have spent on doing damage, you would have done another wound to him too, because he would have been dropped to 0.
Wow, so he's got 2 wounds. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. So now, are you done, old Galen, sir?
I'm done, I think.
All right. Now it's back to Warren.
All right, I want to try to get untangled out of my bow hanging me out of a tree.
All right. So make an acrobatics roll. It's a difficulty 1. Now you need to get momentum. Or you can spend now a fortune point to go again.
Yeah.
Well, that was a success, no?
It was a success, but you need, if that's a standard action to do that, so you want to get momentum to make a swift action, or you can spend the fortune point to go again.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll spend a fortune then.
All right.
And so I re-roll my acrobatics again?
No.
No.
Okay.
You succeeded in getting free with that roll. You need a success. But you spend a standard action, or you spend a fortune point to get another standard action immediately, so you can shoot the guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
on the way, perhaps.
Yeah.
It's going to be a difficulty 2 for you, Sean, to hit him.
Because Galen's in the way?
Well, he's right on the far edge of the zone. He's more in the other zone than the one you're in. So.
Oh, okay.
And it's not
doing that. The weather.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do that. So, do I change my modifier before I roll my?
Only
range?
if you want to roll an extra dice. So, do you want to spend Doom to give me some Doom to roll extra dice, or you're gonna hope for the best?
On your inventory, do you have any loads for your bow? You can also volley.
He does not. He does not have any.
He does. Oh, okay.
No.
He's just got a handful of arrows.
Yeah.
All right. I will spend a Doom.
Okay.
Do I have to double click my Doom?
Yeah, just go ahead.
And I will spend a Doom to have an extra dice to try and hit this
Okay.
this pick warrior.
He is not going to try and defend.
Okay.
So you just got to get 2 successes to do it.
So I don't use a modifier.
No, you're going to put a
Okay.
+1 there to roll the extra dice.
+1.
Yep.
And then range weapons.
Yep.
Oh,
So
Not our complication.
this time, your bowstring breaks.
Oh,
Okay.
And I am going to... And it wasn't enough successes, so you missed.
Okay. So I gotta wait till the next round to run into combat.
Exactly.
well, no, he still has his minor action, right? He can move up now.
Oh, yeah, you can do a minor action and get in close if you wanted to.
You won't have any weapons in your hand, though.
No. Well, I'll drop the bow and pull my sword rather than move in.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to stand in front of him with no weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a bad thing to do. All right, so the next round is
Actually, what I tried, it didn't work out for me.
the momentum went down. I'm going to go first again by spending a doom, and I'm going to move the degenerate chief, the chief, closer to Galen there, just so he's in base contact. And he's going to attack.
Okay.
So
I can't parry, I think.
that's correct. So for him, he's wounded. He's got 2 wounds. So it's actually a difficulty 3 for him to hit you.
Okay.
So it's not going to be easy anyway. So I'm going to spend a doom to roll 3 dice of damage, or 3 to roll 3 dice total. And here we go. And I got 3 successes.
Bastard.
So it actually hits.
Okay.
I will now roll my damage. And I only do 3 points of damage. But I'm going to spend my last doom to re-roll all the dice that didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
So 1,
Oh, that's
2,
nasty.
3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to roll 6 dice.
3,
Ready?
4.
Ready your shield.
3, 4. Why couldn't he have done that when he was hitting me and didn't have Doom?
So here we go. So -1. This should roll 6 dice. So 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. It has knockdown and stun and vicious. Okay, so the way this works out, he has vicious of 3 on in his first attack roll. I gotta share both of them so you can all see them. So he did, in his first attempt, he did 6 points of damage because they're all, 3 points of damage. In his second one, he did 2 points of damage from. So hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That can't be right. It can't be 18 points of damage. That can't be right.
No.
In his first roll, he only did 3 points of damage, and there was no effects.
Right.
So then I re-rolled again. And then I got 5 points of damage. 2 of those are from effects. So that makes that 5 up to a 7. So that's 10.
Right.
Yeah, so okay.
10.
So 10 points of damage.
Okay.
10 points of damage to you. And I will...
Whereabouts?
It is a 7.
So
Right.
right arm.
What about a shield?
I've got 2 points on my right arm of soak, and I can roll my shield, no?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you got 2 points. It absorbs 4 points total, so 3 vigor points goes through. Or sorry, no.
6.
6 vigor points goes through.
Yep.
And that would be a wound. And possibly 2 if it brings you down to 0.
So you can sacrifice your armor and be all Conan-like and have your sleeve ripped off to ignore the wounds.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it ignores 1 wound, right?
Well, yeah, I think officially it ignored.
Yeah. Okay, just 1 second, guys. I got to get my dog. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure.
In my games, I've been letting him ignore all the wounds from that blow just because it seems cooler. But then I also charge them gold to fix their armor later. So, but yes, I wanted to do that when I first got hit, and he hit me where I had no armor.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't sacrifice anything. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to sacrifice something to avoid this."
Can you sacrifice shields?
Yes, you can sacrifice your shield as well. But since your shield gives you 4 dice of cover, so I don't know that you
Yeah,
want.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good thing, having a shield. Yeah, my bow is giving me quite complications here.
Yeah.
Is bow your main weapon, Warren?
No, two-handed sword, but...
Why the hell aren't you using that?
Well, I thought that it'd be quicker just to try to get a shot in, right?
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough.
he's a really good archer with 4 expertise and focus, but the dice just say he was standing in exactly the wrong spot. That tree branch, man.
Yeah.
Caught the bowstring, dumped a bunch of snow on him,
No,
got tangled up.
I think exactly the wrong spot is standing in between a bear and a degenerate chief. That is the wrong spot.
Right, that's also the very wrong spot.
Okay, so I'm back. So it did 6 points of vigor damage total. Did you decide to...
And I'm sacrificing my right arm.
All right. So you still take your 6 vigor points, so that brings you down to a 4.
To avoid that terrible second wound.
Do you want me to edit my sheet?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
And now, that was the Degenerate's Chief's turn. Who would like to go next?
I'll rush him with my sword now that I got my sword and see if I can get an attack in.
All right, man. It's all... Oh, I got to remove your complications or two from the last time. Here you go.
So can I use blood on steel?
You got to roll first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get momentum.
So you're going to move up to engage him.
Okay.
So you drag him up.
All right. And I will roll my melee.
So you hit with 2 momentum. He's not going to defend because he doesn't have any doom.
All right. And
So you can roll your damages.
so is this the time I can use blood on steel?
Yes.
I'd like to use blood on steel.
Okay.
And I have 2 momentum. So can I use Death Blade?
So for Blood on Steel, do not hesitate. When rolling your damage with a melee attack, you may spend 1 momentum in order to add the vicious quality. Okay, so you spent your 1 momentum.
Death Blade, you would have used on the attack if you spend a doom or a momentum to get extra dice.
Oh, okay.
You get 2 dice instead of 1 dice. You get 2
Okay. So right now I'll have 2 vicious because the two-handed sword already has a vicious.
Exactly. Which is
All right.
devastating.
So I just roll a regular...
Roll your regular damage. Holy smokes. 4 effects, so that's 8 points of damage there. So 12 points of damage.
Wow. And do you have no mercy?
And I have no mercy as well.
So you can
So you
re-roll
get to
those
reroll
2.
those 2 threes.
To 2 threes, is it? So 2d6.
Yep.
There
12,
you go.
14. You did 14 points of damage. He has a soak of 1, regardless of where you hit him.
All right.
So let me do the math here. Let me see if I can. And he only has so he has 1 vigor left. So he did more than 5. You bring him to 0, so that's 2 more wounds. So he's incapacitated right there on the dot. And you describe cleaving this guy in 2.
All right. I step in with my two-handed sword and impale him in the side lifting him off the ground and hold him there, looking into his scowling face before I use my foot to push him off the end of my sword.
And he goes down in a cold junk.
All right.
And yeah, so with that, the wind is blowing in the background. You can hear the bear cub in the distance whining for its mom, weaning.
And I'm still enraged.
And you are still enraged, so I'm going to let this go. You can make your roll to avoid attacking.
So I'm going to need to give you a shitload of doom because I need to make a dire for unless I have killed. Yeah, so I've killed at least one non-player character, so I need to make a daunting 3 test.
Okay. A daunting discipline test.
And I have no skill in discipline. So that's just a standard willpower.
Okay.
That is a shit combination for a berserker.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 doom. Can I do that?
4 doom.
Or is there a maximum?
You can only roll a maximum of 5 dice, so 3 doom.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 doom.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any fortune points left?
I do. I might spend. Garen. Yep, that is because I don't want to kill you guys. All right, so I'm going to spend.
All right, so that.
How come I only had 3 fortune? Sorry, 2 fortune. I only had 2 to begin with.
Because when the character was built, I spent a fortune to give him extra stats elsewhere.
Okay, cool. No worries.
All right, so you got so you have a discipline of 0. So right now you have 1 success.
Yep, and I'm rolling 5 dice.
Okay then. Good luck, and good luck to Fire Dragon.
May Crom be with us, or maybe not.
And you get 5 successes total.
Great.
But you get a complication.
Okay.
He busts a blood vessel in his neck.
I am using, as you are fighting your desire to totally keep smashing things, you scream in such a loud voice, you actually do a threaten attack against Fire Dragon.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
And then you can choose.
Vicious.
So a threatened attack is what my
Persuade?
Is your persuade. So
persuade, right?
Yeah. So
you'll be relieved to know I have no persuade skill. No.
Would it be wrong? Would it be wrong of me to go look at all the threaten attacks in the book to find one that's really awesome and terrifying?
Yeah, that'd probably be a little abusive right now. Yeah, so it's a persuade attack. First of all, Fire Dragon, are you going to try to resist being frightened to death by this guy?
Of course.
All right, so you're going to have to spend the doom to do that. So I'll take the doom.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, Galen. Make your
Just a standard persuade roll.
your standard persuade roll. Yep. So you fail to frighten him.
All right. There's one when you kill a nemesis or rival, you can spend a minor action, chop off their head, and then you make a threaten attack using their head, and it lets you roll against your melee instead of your persuade. Just keep that in mind for future uses.
Do you have to be the one delivering the killing blow to do that?
Yes, it has to be someone you killed.
That's very cool, though.
Yes.
So do I have to spend that doom where
you already did? You already did.
Oh, okay.
You got to choose to defend before he rolls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, so that concludes the end of the adventure.
Awesome.
I spend my last fortune point to ignore my wounds, so I live.
And so you guys managed to track down the raiding party that attacked the village. Essentially what happened and what the story was, if you were to do a little bit of digging in the village, you would have realized that the attacks by the people from the Picts were first, and the bear's tracks came later. And there was indications that the bear was tracking the Picts.
Right.
Because the Picts had captured the bear cub, and it was actually looking to try to get back its bear cub. So it was tracking the Picts until it can recover the bear or the cub.
Cool.
Weren't there captured slaves or captured villagers?
That was just rumors. She just said don't know where he's to. Maybe he was killed somewhere else, or maybe it was essentially it was a hook.
Right.
All right. Well, we fell for it.
It was bait. I said a smith who likes steel. Yeah. So it's essentially every character is going to be awarded 200 experience points.
Cool.
So if you don't mind, just write that down on each of your character sheets on the last page in the notes.
Okay.
Up in the top there's a spot where it says experience and then required.
Yep.
Okay, 200. 200 you say, or 250?
200.
200. Okay.
So what we will do...
Do you retain fortune?
Your fortune is renewed at the start of the next adventure.
Oh, okay.
And the body itself of the Picts, the pelt of the bear, it was a big bear, was worth 10 gold, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
so
nice.
So how do we divide that?
It's entirely up to you guys. So what I'm going to do now, very quickly, I'm going to do the end of the adventure portion.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, Fire Dragon, he needs to pay 4 gold to pay his upkeep.
Okay.
And you have no wounds, right?
Oh.
So you're good. Quintus, he has to pay 4 gold.
And I have 4 wounds.
And you have 4 wounds. So that would bring you down to a 0.
Right. But we get how much gold from the loot?
10 total altogether from the bear.
Divided 3.
Well,
so
let's round it up. Let's say it's an even 12.
All right. So I get the 4 gold. I now have the 4 gold that we got from this thing. This was not a profitable outing for me.
Galen has to spend... Oh, I don't have his upkeep there. What's on the go there?
So basically, we've made and spent our upkeep.
Exactly. But
Okay,
now...
So we have 0 gold.
You have 0... Yeah, it wasn't a very profitable outing at all.
No.
It says my upkeep is 0, but that can't be right.
No, that is a mistake. So I got it. I'm just looking for your character sheet here.
So Quintus, you already had gold, so you had to spend some of that for your wounds?
Yeah. So when the only way to get rid of wounds permanently is to take between the adventures you have downtime activities you can take to get more famous, to find rooters and do stuff. And one of those is recover. So basically every harm you took, physical or mental, cost you 1 gold to recover. And
okay.
Instead of going out and partying with everybody, you stay at the inn and party softly and recover. and pay healers to come and sew you up and whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And no one has ever taken this option, you just go, I'm going to roll the whole next adventure with my injuries.
There you go.
Why would you do that?
Why? I don't know. It's a good way to get dead.
True that. So does your resolve just goes back to normal for your next adventure as well.
Yeah. Oh, it goes back to normal usually anytime you have time to catch your breath and rest a little.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So all that'll get refreshed. So for Galen, he needs to spend 4 gold to get his upkeep, and to fix his wounds, because you have 2 wounds or
1 wound.
1 wound. So you got to pay 5 total.
Okay, so do I knock that off my sheet?
Yep. Knock it off your sheet.
Well, you only have to knock 1 off because we earned 4.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That 4 each. No.
4 each, yep.
Yeah, but you got upkeep, so
Right.
Yeah,
So you add 4 to your gold and then subtract 5.
Yep. So I'm down to 9 gold.
So everyone's wounds are paid for, and everyone has 2 experience points. So the idea that I'm trying to do here is, like, I'm going to do these one-shots. These are available for anyone to play. If you decide to play again in the next game, right, you get to choose your character first, which means you get to have your character back if you want him.
okay.
If you already built your character, that character is yours. You don't have to worry about it.
Cool.
But say, so you can build your character, the character as you play. But if you don't play him for a game and someone else plays him, if he dies, he's gone. You know what I mean? Like, so in a way to get people to continue playing the same character, if they want to keep playing every game, they get priority.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Keep your character.
Yeah.
Right? Or if the next game they want to play, if the person wants to choose someone else, they can choose a different pre-gen, or they can make their own. But it's almost like a
Starting from scratch.
yeah.
Okay. So how do you get skill points to spend on your skills and things?
Well, essentially, it's well, what I can do for you, Sean, is we can go through it together, and we can get a time to design them just the way that you want.
Yeah.
And
no, but I was just wondering, like, if you played a few times, do you need like 1,000 experience?
At the end of every
like...
adventure, you have a chance to build up your character. So
perfect.
Before you play that character again next time, he has a chance to build his experience points.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'd like to play again. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Thanks, man.
Awesome. It's really nice to meet everybody.
Likewise.
Awesome. So, Jim, I can't. I know you told me your real name a while ago.
It's Peter.
Peter, yes. So, my Sunday games this Age Undreamed of game that I'm going to be running is going to be done on Sundays at the same time. So 1 hour earlier today than what you showed up as.
Every week?
It's going to be every Sunday while I'm home.
Okay. So I'm just about to go on holidays visiting my parents.
Okay.
So I will have some time there, but the internet's pretty crappy. So I'm gonna make every effort to be there, but I'm gonna see first if I can run Fantasy Grounds on Mum's crappy computer first of all.
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect.
Well, just to let you know that it's going to be Sundays, and it's open for anyone who wants to join in, right? So
provisionally put me down.
Yeah, I usually run Conan on Sundays for local guys. But like the next couple of Sundays, one of the players is out of town, gone for the holidays. So yeah, I can probably do it the next couple of days. I might even be able to recruit somebody else to try it.
Oh, feel free.
So he's a computer jinx, though. So if he does play, expect Fantasy Grounds to do bizarre things that you've never seen before.
No problem. Well, first of all, I really Coyote and Galen. So Peter and Bob, if I got it right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I played with Peter once before, and Bob, this is my first time meeting you, and I've known Sean for a while. So guys, I really appreciate you guys joining me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it really was a lot of fun. Thanks. Cheers.
Great.
Thanks for your effort, man. And nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, and I hope to game with everyone again.
Likewise. Yep. Cheers.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to turn off the stream, but I'm going to be hanging around here doing some work on the computer. So